still need to do more testing to see what's going to happen.
I think the one downside, the one hero limit, is that arguably you might see less compositions overall. You're going to see more static comps, but I think as more heroes get added, that will get alleviated very quickly. But the flip side argument is that with no hero limit, we're seeing double McCree in every game, and there's 4 McCrees on the battlefield, 2 from each team, and that got a little bit tiring as well. But let's talk about the game. We are in-game here on Hollywood. Team Liquid versus Nubris. It's going to be AZK here on the McCree, Mesrar on the Reinhardt, Dahang on Mercy, Zoms on Widowmaker, Vonathil on the Symmetra, and Dummy. Gonna round things out here on the Junkrat. Meanwhile, take a look here at the side. Coming out from Nubris is going to be ID on the Pharah, Stoop on the Reinhardt, Kusta on the Mercy, Coolmat69 on the McCree, Buds on Zarya, and Minstrel on Lucio. And ID is one to watch here. We were talking about one hero limit just a moment ago. We've seen a lot more Pharah play on maps like Hollywood with one hero limit. And ID has definitely had some good looks here today. We'll see if he can keep that going forward as Nubris now trying to make a quick time against Team Liquid.
I mean, ID had success against Zoms in the previous match, so why not run it again? Except
that being said, ID going down right away, gets hit by the Fire Strike, building Mesrar's ult. And not quite the early attack that he was probably looking for, as Team Liquid holding pretty strong here thus far.
I mean, nothing can be more frustrating than getting killed on offense by Fire Strike through choke points on Hollywood.
Did that sting?
Zom's playing pretty far up here. Usually the Widow more in the back. It's a little bit safer, but Zom's being pretty aggro here. Almost takes out the Mercy as a result. Not a bad look coming out from Zoms. Offensive Nubris looking a little bit tentative here. They're going to be rushing here in a moment. ID now trying to get shots on the Zoms, looking for his opportunity. Not able to take him out just yet. ID landing some very good poke from the end. And Nubris, if you look at this, they're slowly pushing in, grabbing more and more territory. We do have the Earth Shatter coming down from Mesrar, though. Goes in, gets immediately punished, does not get the value he's looking for. And now look at Buds. Effectively fully charged up, melting faces here, going to take out AZK on a double kill. Zarya is so scary in this situation. And Nubris, it was a slow approach, but it works out as it looks like they're about to take this point very quickly.
Yeah, Nubris, again, with this style of offense, not really having too much trouble against Liquid. Liquid was able to get a good res off, but, you know, Nubris did the same, and they won the team fight pretty cleanly. And now this is even going to be worse. Liquid is delaying the team fight, but this spawn's going to be really bad if Mesrar is killing.
Stoop with the quad kill, just cleaning up here. This is a bit rough. They all ran in the Stoop on the other side of it while we were watching the point, and as a result now, look at where Team Liquid's positioning is. They threw good money after bad, and now they're going to be all the way back here, and now take a look at where the offense is. The offense is going to have time to move forward and get on top of the rooftop at about the same time. And this is, look at the ultimate advantage too. ID has ult, Stoop has ult. This is a huge advantage for
with
Nubris
defensive
right
teams running in at the end of Hollywood point A and then blowing any advantage that they would have in some.
Mesrar comes with the Earthshare. I'm not sure he hit anyone there. Coolmat immediately countering, taking out Zoms. Liquid has to be careful. If they get wiped out here, they could give up the Streets phase for free. Mesrar running in is immediately taken out. Dahang is going to res some of the Fallen here. We'll see if that's enough. But overall, the kill feed going very much in favor of Nubris here. We'll see how things work out. Matt actually in a bit of trouble. Does not land the flashbang on the Winston. Has to back out. Dummy going to go down. And this has been a bit of a hard slog here for Liquid. Nubris getting most of the kills. They're not moving the payload up as much as they would like, but they're clearly winning this fight, and they're building ultimates in the process as Coolmat goes off with a double kill.
And no, Nubris is going to take the team fight pretty much cleanly in the end. They're going to push the cart all the way to the very end. Liquid's going to have one last chance to defend the cart. But this is all from the very beginning of the game on point A, when Liquid decided to try to defend the point at the very end. They lose 4 kills, they get the furthest spawn possible, they can't get on top of the saloon to play defense, and now they have to fight on the ground.
All right, well, here we go. ID moving in through the back. He's going to be looking for this barrage here in a second. Takes out AZK. 2 quick kills on Nubris. ID might not even have to drop the barrage, but he's going over the top. He's going to drop it here in just a second. Justice raining right on top of Reinhardt's head. Will break the shield, but Reinhardt's still staying alive, at least for a little bit. Did not quite get hit with all those rockets, but overall, Nubris now, momentum on their side. ID almost with a huge mid-air rocket. Looking for it again, came super close. Zom's still going to go down anyways. And as a result, Nubris setting a very good time here. And Liquid, I mean, their defense just looks a little bit scattered.
Thanks. Yeah, it's been scattered since they lost point A. They haven't really been able to set up. They never got on top of the saloon the entire time for the second checkpoint. They barely got there at the end to try to stop the cart. They weren't successful at that. Nubris still has ult advantage going into this final checkpoint. Bonifil is thankfully going to have Sound Barrier to counter Minstrel, but it's looking really good for Nubris at a decent time.
Well, here comes Team Liquid. They're taking the fight here. The Nubris moving forward. Flashbang over the shield. We'll see if this works out. AZK quickly doing the Deadeye. One quick pick. The Sound Barrier about to wear off here for the defense, but the damage pretty much done. Nubris having to back out as Zoms with the exclamation point takes out ID. That was a good rush in from Team Liquid. I like the fact that they use momentum to their advantage. And they do buy themselves at least about 30 to 40 seconds here on the point.
I don't think we'll see ID switch until he uses his ult. He's probably going to try to want to win the game with here, but I can see him going Genji if this doesn't work out.
All right, Nubris right now not really wasting much time, even getting back in the point before the Fallen were fully back into it. But here comes Team Liquid moving in. Offensive Sound Barrier is out, though. This is going to be way more powerful for the side of Nubris. A big Earth Shatter knocks down two. Mercy might bite the dust. She's not able to get away. Stoop going to go down the Vonnefill, but really, the damage has been done as they move in. Nubris with the huge kill advantage as they go forward. Dahang is dead. He was not able to get a resurrection off.
Oh,
this might be GG already.
It is. It's an exceptional play coming here from Nubris off of Liquid. It's not like Liquid played poorly on the first point, but they definitely got outplayed. And that Zoms was not able to, I think, get as much impact as he wanted to, especially if ID is going to play Pharah on offense. And this is where you saw, I think,
I'm a little bit surprised Stoop didn't get play of the game here, but I guess that's just because ID did so much damage to set that up for Stoop. That was ID throwing in rocket after rocket, and Stoop just charged in for the cleanup. Worked out pretty well. 550 is the time set, and that is a pretty quick time being set by Nubris.
That's a really quick time set by Nubris. I mean, really, for me, and I was ranting earlier, that was all about that final kill there that we saw with Stoop and ID. If Liquid decides that, okay, we're going to lose point A anyway, let's not go rush in and die, then one, Nubris doesn't have an extreme ult advantage because they just farmed 5 kills. And B, Liquid is able to set up on top of the saloon and play standard point B defense. Instead, they never do that. They have to fight on the ground the entire way through, and Nubris has a pretty easy time with that. They're able to set a good time. So I think as long as Nubris doesn't make similar mistakes as Liquid does, they should take first map.
Yeah, I mean, Nubris, this is a very favorable time to defend. For Team Liquid, their goal is the victory here. They need to get point A, I think, on the first push. It's not the end of the world if they don't, but you want to talk about the rest of the map and their odds of just beating this time. I think their best chance is getting a really, really strong first push before you see tools on the defense come out like Symmetra Teleporter. If they're able to do that, I think they have a really good chance. If they get mired on point A, I think it's going to be pretty difficult. But taking a look here at the defense coming out from the side of Nubris, it is going to be Minstrel on the Symmetra, Kusta on Lucio, Stoop on Reinhardt, Cool Matt 69 on the McCree, ID on Junkrat, and Buds going to be the final piece here on Widowmaker.
Aligning defense system.
Yeah, pretty standard lineups, I think, coming out of both sides. This is what we've seen.
Well, one thing that's interesting is that Zoms is showing fair right now. We'll see if he actually sticks on it, but Zoms usually been on the offensive Widow, maybe looking for a change of pace here. He has had good fair play from time to time, but what the world? D.Va. We have seen Team Liquid run D.Va from time to time before. I wonder if they think that this is the right decision now.
I
Thank you kindly.
think that none of this is right, and we may have to remake.
They're saying go to lobby.
Oh, wait. No, Bonifil's back. Oh! He just
No, he
joined.
said never mind, but it's too late. Oh well, we're getting right back into it. Not a big deal. This does happen. The server's definitely much better than they were at points early in the beta, where you have people dropping, not all the time, but enough that it happened multiple times in the tournament. I don't think we had a single dropout like that for the entirety of the tournament yesterday, so. Tech issues do happen every now and then. Luckily, nothing too severe. For those who are just tuning in, this is the GosuGamers Overwatch Weekly North American Cup. This is the Losers Finals. Nubris right now looking to go 1-0 over Team Liquid and get into the grand finals to get their rematch against Envious. Team Liquid looking to get vengeance on Nubris and get their crack at Envious in the grand finals.
Even though I feel like Zoms has gotten the better of Buds, I feel like, in these fights, maybe like 60-40 Widow to Widow battles, I do feel like Coolmat and ID have played really incredible for Nubris thus far, and they are getting the better of AZK and Dummy, at least in terms of the flex DPS roles.
Oh, absolutely. But looking at the defense now, coming out once again for the Nubris side, it is going to be Buds on the Widowmaker, Coolmat on the McCree. Kusta is going to go back and switch off to a Mercy because he usually does not run Lucio. Minstrel is going to be on the Symmetra, ID on Junkrat, and Stoop on the Reinhardt. Meanwhile, take a look here at the offense coming out from the side of Liquid. It is going to be Zoms on McCree, AZK on Pharah, Vonethil on the Lucio. Dummy might be going Diva after all. We'll have to see. Mesrar on the Reinhardt, or on the Winston, and Dahang on Mercy. I've said Mesrar on the Reinhardt so many times in so many games, it just sort of comes off the tongue now, regardless of what he's actually on.
And is Dummy Diva
I think
real?
he's dead. The Diva dream is real.
Be careful.
I think this is the first Diva we've seen in a non-end of game situation all weekend.
Well, AZK dies in the first 3 seconds. Bud's already 50% on the way to wall hack. Good start, Nubris.
Big pick off from Buds. Luckily, I mean, AZK will be back in pretty early. The spawn point is right there, and we'll have to see if this Diva works out. Diva fans rejoice. She's getting a little bit of playtime here.
Diva's got to go first, and here Dummy goes.
Moving in, was able to get through to the point, and it works out as he takes out Kusta. Buds, though, over the top. No one's dealing with Buds. Usually be one of the tanks dealing with it. He gets a double kill to start things out. Will Buds be able to save this? Coolmat is still alive. Buds on the triple kill on this fight here. Thus far, Diva's still at full HP, but it's going to be hard for her to get things done as 3 people are on her.
Buds is still alive. Dummy chasing around Buds the entire time. Can't kill him. ID cleans it up. Buds stays alive, gets wall hack, gets healed. That was a big kill that Liquid is not able to get there. And that's going to let Buds continue to be a nuisance.
Yeah, and I think if they don't switch to an offensive Widow, I think Buds is going to continue to be a nuisance. I get that Diva can go up there, but it's still pretty difficult, especially when if you don't have your barrier up, the Widow can kill you for free. Diva incredibly reliant on defensive Matrix to get anything done. We'll see how this next fight goes. Liquid has to make up time here. They are moving in. Dummy on the way in. The barrier is out. ID, though, takes out Zoms immediately in the fight. Stoop charging the Diva. She's going to be knocked out of her mech right away. Running from the hammer. Not going to be in time. As, again, the defense punishing that Russian coming in from Liquid.
No, and this is not a good start from Liquid. Coolmat has ult. Kusta has ult. Stoop has ult. The teleporter is up now. And if Liquid wants to try to beat this time, which they don't have a whole lot of options left. They need to win the next team fight or the one directly after and have a pretty smooth Section 2 and Section 3 to have any chance of completing it. And that includes finding and killing the teleporter. It's looking pretty rough for Liquid right now.
No, I mean, this is, as you said, it's pretty rough. Dummy, though, still in the Diva, not giving up just yet. About to have Diva ult, and that's probably why. Bud's going to the back. He's getting chased down hard by Winston, getting juggled in the air. I'm not even sure how that juggling was going on, but it doesn't matter, as meanwhile, in the rest of the fight, Coolmat picking up a double. Bud still got killed despite the pressure. Mesrar, his range has faded. His life has ended as Coolmat headshots to Hang. And again, there's just not enough oomph coming out from Liquid offense here. The Nubris defense bended, they didn't break, they sort of split up a bit, and in the end, Liquid not able to convert the kills they needed.
No, Dehen uses res, Vonethil blows sound barrier, they get no kills off a sound barrier, now they're even more down in ults.
All right, Mercy, or Diva ult coming in, but no, it doesn't get over the archway! The Diva ult's not going to where it needed to be. I'm not sure if it would have gotten kills. It was a decently kind of deceptive approach, but here comes AZK. AZK has Barrage coming in over the top. Helps to get 2 kills with the aids of Zoms. Justice Rain from above. This is the best look that Team Liquid has had all game long. Zoms going off, picking up another 2 kills. We'll see if this is enough. Matt, though, is still in the fray, still alive. Helps take out AZK over the top.
And the teleporter
and Liquid,
is
I mean, they have a little bit of momentum here, but they have not cleanly grabbed this yet.
They never found the teleporter. Nubris is easily going to be able to reinforce on defense. And I think it's getting to the point where this is going to be good games. And not only are they not going to get the time, Liquid might not even get the first checkpoint.
Yeah, I mean, time-wise, there's 2 minutes remaining, but you're right. This first checkpoint will go down first, and this is rough times here for Liquid. They're effectively down to their last push here, and ult-wise, things are pretty grim. Zom's gonna have to be a hero with this Deadeye. But a lot of that depends on what his team does. Deadeye on the way, looking to get at least the Reinhardt if someone can interrupt his shield, but the Earthshatter comes in, puts a stop to it. Stoop, the triple Earthshatter coming in. Matt with the follow-up makes it a double kill. Absolutely brutal. What a response by Stoop. Zom's gonna go down. And there's the team kill horn.
And Nubris is going to go up 1-0, a clean first map victory for Nubris over Liquid. I've got to question the pick for Dummy for D.Va. Now that I know that Dummy is not the in-game leader, Bonafil, why are you making Dummy play D.Va? I know he likes it, and I think the goal is to disrupt Buds and ID with the defense matrix, but it didn't work really well at all.
All right, here comes the tire from ID, not going to get in, but even just to throw the tire does zone people back a bit. This is gonna be the last gasp here for Liquid on this point. We do have Dummy on Genji now, and he takes out ID to start out with. Not a bad look here coming out from Team Liquid. AZK over the top with the barrage helps get 2 kills. This has been the best push that Liquid has had all game long, and part of it is Dummy. Dummy's on a triple kill right now on Genji. No Dragon Blade even.
Maybe if Dummy went Genji to begin the game, they would have had an easier shot of winning. And it just feels like they constantly have those types of issues. Like, Dummy has been really solid on Genji throughout this entire day, but he never actually starts the map as Genji.
Now, just to explain what went on there, why Teams Call GG and why we're going back to lobby, there's only 30 seconds left on the overall stopwatch. Team Liquid was able to get that first point, but you look at what Nubris was able to do. Nubris completed the entire map in about the same time. Team Liquid would not have been able to beat the performance of Nubris for the overall map. Therefore, Nubris was the map winner. Stopwatch rules. And it looks like we're moving into Nepal right away. There will be no downtime. We're just getting right into it, Slasher.
So, ZP, this is the first time where we're not going to see everything else that we've seen today. I don't know how much King of the Hill you watched yesterday, but I actually do not know for sure what we're going to see. We could see Tracer Genji, that meta, come back out in full force now. Even Symmetra. Totally wouldn't surprise me, actually. I think we could definitely continue to see Mercy, Lucio, McCree, Winston, Ryan, and maybe Zarya. That wouldn't surprise me. Or, sorry, it would be one more DPS player. So, like a Reaper or even a Tracer. That totally wouldn't surprise me. I think Zarya, Winston is going to be your main tank combo here. Reinhardt, maybe, but I have a feeling we're going to see Zarya, Winston on both sides.
Going off of what we saw yesterday when EU teams did play King of the Hill, we did see a lot of Zarya on both sides. We didn't see that much in the way of Reinhardt, though he did make an appearance every now and then. Winston definitely going to come to play, I think, for both teams. Reaper probably going to come to play, and I wouldn't be surprised to see both teams running a Tracer. Certainly right now, looking at the side of Nubris, they have a Tracer coming out, and Matt has been a pretty good Tracer here and in the past.
So it looks like Zoms is going to elect to go Widow, and you can make Widow work on this map. But I'm actually liking Nubris' lineup better than Liquid's right now. I think the Tracer is the right call.
I do think it's the right call. I'm not entirely sold on Widow. I have seen Widow do good work here on the stage in Nepal at points, but I think her versatility is definitely limited compared to other parts in Nepal where she has way more room and way better sightlines. So though, we'll see if it works out. Zom's already landing one big shot, 25% ult charge to start out the game. And Zom's trying to make this Widowmaker worthwhile here on Nepal. This is the Sanctum stage. It's more indoorsy. There's less in the way of sightlines, but we will see how things work out. And Matt right now getting on Zoms in the back. This is dangerous for Matt. This is not an easy kill for a Tracer at all. Widow, one of the hardest kills for a Tracer to get on just because of the threat of Widow getting a point blank one shot. And look at Zoms now. Zoms going on the flanking Widow. This is either incredibly awesome or incredibly foolish. We're going to find out in a second. Zarya getting in on Zoms. Zoms having to run for his life. And Zarya probably about to finish that out. Meanwhile, looking at the main part of the stage here, we see Team Liquid getting a bit of advantage. Reaper is coming out as expected, and Dummy going to get knocked off the edge, knocked off by Minstrel. Minstrel with the boops. And on note, by the way, Zoms did end up winning that duel against Zarya.
So Dahang went down early in that fight, even though he's back now with Rez. This is going to give a huge opportunity for Nubris to take the fight back. Dahang finally gets back, does get a big Rez of himself. Two players are hidden in secret though. They're both going to go down. And now with the Hang gonna die right after, this is gonna give Nubris, even though Liquid was able to get the first 15 ticks, Nubris is gonna be able to get way more of an advantage here. Probably a good 30 to 40%.
Yeah, in the end, that went for Nubris. TL had a pretty good opening to that. It didn't quite work out for them in the end, but you look at the ultimate advantage right now. They do have Primal Rage, which is a huge killing ultimate here on this map, by the way. Knocking people into the pit, completely a thing. They have Resurrection, they have Deadeye. Deadeye now coming out from Buds. Sound Barrier, though, going to absolutely ruin the effect of that, so good Sound Barrier coming out from the side of Liquid as Liquid now trying to make their mark. Graviton surges out for Liquid. Dummy not able to get in there because he was stuck in a Graviton from the defense. Both Gravitons coming out. Death Blossom unused. And right now, it's looking like Nubris in a good position to hold, but there's the res, and now the Death Blossom didn't go off before. Dummy is in a great position to potentially drop this here on Matt and Stoop. He's moving forward with the aid of Zoms, and Liquid now off that Resurrection in a good position to potentially take this back. There it is. Dummy now coming out the Death Blossom, able to get at least one kill off of that. And Zoms in the backline is Tracer getting some work
huge
done.
4-man res. Into Sound Barrier. Is there opportunity for Liquid? Nubris to take it back.
Res in the Sound Barrier, that's something we've seen since Beta 1. It's an effective combination, and Hubris using it to maximum effect. They're able to get back onto the point. Team Liquid still has control. They're still getting progress, but Nubris now definitely making a case as they move forward. Mezrar and Vonathil sort of stuck in the back there. They're going to get killed out, and Vonathil out alone with no help, going to get taken out by Matt. Pretty back and forth here between both teams, and Nubris definitely in the driver's seat right now.
Liquid has lost multiple players trying to flank into Secret and then get onto the point, and it feels like that's not going to continue to work. I like the switch from Zoms into Tracer so far. I think it's worked out, but they don't have ult advantage. Matt's going to have ult, Buds has ult, and it's going to be pretty rough for Liquid to try to take back this point.
Fire at will.
Yeah, no, this is not the greatest look for Liquid, but look at this, the Graviton coming out. So many people pulled in. Buds with the follow-up gets the triple kill. The Deadeye Graviton surge absolutely on point.
Huge res.
Big res coming up from Dahang, though. Team Liquid not out of this just yet. They're staying in it. AZK now going to get knocked off by ID. The Primal Rage coming in the clutch. Second time AZK getting knocked off. I'll see if this is enough here for Nubris. This is overtime now. Team Liquid can't back off for any reason. They just have to keep touching the point no matter what. But Buds again exploding for 3 kills. No Deadeye involved that time. Just raw cleanup.
So Liquid lost off of the initial picks. The Tracer pick was much better from Coolmat, I gotta say, over the Widow. And that hurt them. Like, this is the Widow map. Okay, so Zoms goes the Widow. This would be the one that you use Widow. But now they don't have one more round loss, and they're out of the tournament. They don't have an opportunity to mess this one up. It's now a reason for Nubris to try some things out. I think they're going to stay with the same thing. No, they're going Widow themselves. And Zoms is actually going back to Tracer. That's pretty funny.
I'm surprised not to see Zoms on Widow here, but he was doing some work as Widow or as Tracer for a good part of that game, so not that surprising. But I do agree that this is one of the best Widow King of the Hill stages in the entire game, and we'll see what Buds can do as Widow right here, right now. I'll tell you what he's gonna do. He's gonna immediately take out Zoms. Zoms, not even with a prayer, gets insta shot there. And now 6v5 as Buds taking the game into his own hands. 2 quick kills here. And Buds alone could be winning this for Nubris.
Zoms this instantly switches to Widow.
Yeah, Zoms just like, okay, you're gonna Widow me like that. I am going to counter Widow you. I'm not even gonna bother as Tracer. As Nubris going to cleanly take this first point.
Yeah, Nubris cleanly takes the first point. Kusta already has res. They have ult advantage. He uses it. They're going to continue to take the point. They're going to at least get 20 to 30 ticks off this.
Yeah, Nubris with firm control of the point here. AZK trying to work his way back in. Has to be careful. Can't go over aggro. Resurrection, though, going to come out here for the side of TL. We'll see if it's enough. AZK right now, gang on the Zarya, will be able to take out Stoop. As Matt now fighting right back. Matt going to have Deadeye up here in a second, landing a headshot on Mezrar. Mezrar has to run for his life. As Nubris now just with a lot more momentum. They're going to clean up Vonathil here in a second. Down he goes.
My ultimate is almost ready.
And 36% now for the side of Nubris, and they are really getting in the zone. And for Team Liquid, they have 60% left until they are eliminated from this tournament.
Zoms goes Soldier, then switches again into Winston. Dummy now goes into Genji, which is he's played really well today with Genji. Mez has ult, and AZK has ult. They're probably going to want to combo this. Minstrel does have Sound Barrier, though, and that should be able to negate the Zarya ult.
Well, we're taking a look at Mesra right now. Mesra is looking for the big value Graviton, looking for an opportunity to put the team on his back. We'll get 3 people into this Graviton. The sound barrier, though, as you predicted, helping protect us from some of that, but in comes Dummy. Dummy with a bit of damage follow-up coming in. AZK over the top. 3 kills now for Team Liquid, and that Graviton Surge very well could be what won them this fight.
Yeah, it is. They're able to take the point back.
Winston can stall for a while here, though. Winston is on the point. He does not have an ult, though. He is going to go down. And Team Liquid striking right back. They will stay alive, at least for now, as they start building up their first percentage of the game.
Yeah, Nubris able to get 80 off that, so they did a good job of delaying as long as possible.
And look at Nubris right now. Nubris has to back out as Minstrel, I think, just got knocked off the edge by Zoms. Minstrel getting a taste of his own medicine, getting booped himself.
My ultimate is charging.
So they're going to wait for Minstrel to come back here. No huge rush for Nubris. They have about 5 to 6 attempts to take this back, and if they do take it back, they'll probably win the round and win the series. So Nubris is in a good position here, even though they have to retake this.
Dummy does have sword, and that should allow them to win the team fight.
I don't think Dummy's going to use the sword here. They got 2 picks so quickly that they can just save ults. McCree doesn't have to save ult because he gets it every 2 seconds, but Dragon Blade you probably want to save in this situation. Soup right now in trouble. Zarya has to run for his life, is going to go down to the pressure of AZK. I'm going to note Dummy gets the double kill with no sword. He's just saving the sword. And now things are a little bit more stressful for Nubris. They have maybe 3 good pushes left. They need to get something done here, I feel like, or at least destabilize the hold that Team Liquid has in the game.
Yeah, Nubris has been going in one-on-one. Bonafil's going to have sound barriers as well, and here we go.
Oh, there's a Graviton, the Dragon Blade coming in from the back. AZK at the follow-up. Who even needs the Dragon Blade? And that was a huge, huge team fight win coming out from the side of Liquid, using the Graviton to their advantage. The one downside is, though, is that they used a lot of the ults that they had saved, and they're going to have to win the next fight a little bit more head-to-head.
Now, Bonafil does have sound barrier. Minstrel does not have it yet. Minstrel still needs to do some more damage. Looks like he's able to get it underground here. He's going to have sound barrier eventually. They're going to go duel.
Sound barrier coming out perhaps a little bit early. They're going on to the point. Bud's looking for a Death Blossom. Is going to use the Death Blossom. Only gets 1 kill, but does enough damage that his team is there for the follow-up. Stoops Graviton, causes 3 people to die. But look at the res coming in from the side of Team Liquid. It's going to res everyone back up. They're still in this. A huge res from Dahang. And this is big. AZK now coming in off the res, getting 1 kill, laying in the damage. 3 extra kills from Team Liquid. Dahang being the MVP right now of this round. Res coming up from Kusta. I'm not sure it's going to have quite the effect, but this is now do or die now for Nubris. They need to retake this. If Nubris gets off this point for any reason, they will lose this round, and we're going to be going to a round 3.
AZK goes down. Kusta goes down.
Graviton coming in. 3 members of Nubris getting sucked in there. And the follow-up is real. 3 quick kills coming in from the side of Team Liquid. And now this is desperation time for Nubris. All they're going to be able to do is just run in on top of the point, try and keep overtime going and hope for a miracle. But with 1 hero limit, you can't throw out 4 tracers, and they're not even going to get to the point again. Team Liquid fighting. We are going to round number 3 here in Nepal.
Team Liquid fighting back there. Nubris put it up to 85 to begin the map. Looks like they were in the driving seat to go to the finals. Zoms going Winston, Dummy going Genji, really pulling it together. Some big kills out there. Minstrel actually had sound barrier after there was res and he used it too early, and then his entire team got killed anyway. So maybe a little bit of a mistake there coming out of Nubris.
Alrighty, so this is coming down to the 3rd and final King of the Hill round. Nubris looking to finish off Team Liquid right now. They don't want to go to a 3rd map. Team Liquid fighting to stay alive in the tournament. And to do that, they are going to have to win this round here in Nepal. And this is what you usually see here. Both teams fighting over the high ground in the very beginning. AZK and Zoms getting right in there. AZK takes out ID. Both teams down a player, bloodying each other on top of this high ground. And pretty even here thus far.
Yeah, Liquid's taking early control of mid. There's a pick down for each. Dummy's going to flank around, so now I think Liquid has a little bit of the positional advantage. They get 2 kills. Nubris is a little bit
absolutely
spread out.
has a bit of positional advantage. Buds, though, coming in, does get a little bit of revenge on the AZK. Coolmat striking back as Tracer. Coolmat now in a double kill, drops the pulse bomb. Will it connect? Don't believe it connected, but still a good turnabout there for the side of Nubris. Dummy already has sword, quick sword out for Dummy, is able to take out Stoop, looking for more. Reaper in trouble, he's gonna go down. ID getting sliced and diced, and Dummy, good damage output from him to get sword that early. Team Liquid fighting right back. Both teams getting a little bit of control here on Nepal, but Team Liquid definitely in the driver's seat.
They definitely are. Bonnefield still has sound barrier. He should be able to win this team fight.
All right, Deadeye coming out here from the side of Nubris. I don't think Buds did anything like he wanted. AZK able to punish that with the aid of Dummy. Dummy going into the back right now, challenging Stoop. I'm not sure this is gonna work out. Stoop is pretty well charged up. Zarya barriers for everyone right now. Stoop fighting for his life. Will it be enough? The 1v1 is on, and with the aid of AZK, he is going to take that fight.
Big kills from AZK. Coolmat trying to keep him in it. Coolmat does have ult. Buds almost has ult, and Stoop has ult, along with Minstrel. They can't use all of them at the same time. They want to probably use a maximum of 2 of 4 for this next team fight to be able to try to hold on to the end.
All right, Graviton coming in, does suck in 2 people, Stoop and Minstrel in deep trouble, but the counter, Graviton is out. Will there be a fall-up? The post-bomb comes out, it comes out late, but still will take out Mizra. The fallen Team Liquid Heroes, though, being brought back to life. That went completely in their favor. The Graviton coming out from Nubris just did not have enough people alive to really get a good follow-up.
And now only Minstrel has sound barrier. ID is going to have his ult. But it's going to be very hard to knock off the defense, especially because Genji's sword is
Dom's coming in with the Death Blossom, mostly mitigated by the sound barrier, though. Does help to take out Buds. Counter Death Blossom coming out. There it is, ID going in. Both teams really bloodied right now, back and forth on both sides. Matt now note that he is on Winston Stoop as Zarya trying to get some stuff done. He is going to get taken out, however. Matt gonna be the last one to fall here, getting melted down by Mezra. Now, time-wise, it's gonna be difficult to say if they'll even be able to trigger overtime.
AZK trying to, so they can't do it. ID's gonna be too late.
ID's too late, he doesn't get there. So Team Liquid fighting to stay in this. The series now evened up 1-1. We're going to be going to a third and final map as both these teams fight to stay alive here in the GosuGamers Overwatch Weekly. We're in the losers finals. The winner of this goes on and gets the right to fight Envy in a best 3 out of 5.
Heroes never die.
Oh, this is 3 out of 5. Yeah. Not 2 out of 3.
So, good on Team Liquid for fighting that back. They did lose the first round. They were on the verge of elimination. At one point, they were about 35% away from losing the series outright, but they dug deep. They retook control in the second round. They won that round, and then they brought it to the third round and won there. So they are staying alive here in our tournament.
That was a big win for Liquid. They really needed that one. Try to give them some confidence.
That was huge.
Especially because round 1, it didn't go well at all. Then they got outpicked in round 2. Buds got 2 kills in the beginning of the map. Zoms goes Widow, doesn't work. Then he goes Soldier, and then somehow they get it together. And they kept the same lineup after 85% for Nubris and through all the way through the third round and the map victory. Gives them a little boost into the third map.
All right, so we are going into our third map here in the losers finals. It will be Dorado is Team Liquid on the left, Nubris on the right. Thank you so much for joining us. We are over 20,000 viewers here today. The support for the weeklies this week has been nothing short of phenomenal. You guys are all awesome, whether you be Horde or Alliance. Maybe that's fence setting, though. I do have myself set to Horde. I don't know where Slasher identifies. I start a little bit dry.
I don't play World of Warcraft.
You're just actually the worst person that both Horde and Alliance can unite against.
I played Warcraft 2, and Orc was always better than humans because...
All right, we can throw it in the Horde camp then.
Because Bloodlust is really good. Really good ability, ZP. Better than Paladin's healing or whatever the hell it was. Not nearly as good.
Bloodlust was pretty good. I mean, there may be some arguments for heal. No, it was really good. It was incredible in Warcraft 2.
You can't lose. You run over everything. Impossible to lose. I think that's what every top-tier game came down to anyway. Bloodlust plus haste equals...
There was a lot of Orc v Orc.
Uh-huh.
Either way, though, we are waiting here. Vonethil using the facilities, as it were. Team Liquid should be ready in a second. Dorado will be the third and final map. And what do you think is going to happen on Dorado here? Do you think either of these teams is going to have a full hold on point A? Because that's something we've seen a lot on Dorado, where teams will bring out a really good defense. And if so, who do you favor? For me, just going off total history, I still favor Nubris a little bit, but I think Team Liquid came out stronger and rejuvenated on the King of the Hill series, and that might be enough to really turn things in their favor.
I think it's going to come down to, because Liquid is playing defense first, on what type of what type of D they set up and how strong it can be. We've seen teams be able to hold on first point because it's so difficult to even get to statue with the payload that it becomes very hard to even take the first checkpoint. So I'm pretty sure Zombs is going to be Widow, and AZK is going to be McCree, and we're going to have to hang on Mercy. Is Vonethil going to go an aggressive defense and have, because they put Dummy on Roadhog before, and they put Vonethil on Lucio so they could be aggressive and to go into the offense. Not totally sure that is the right move against Nubris. So is Vonethil going to be Lucio and put Dummy on an aggressive, an offensive tank like a Roadhog, or is Vonethil going to go Symmetra and then possibly have Dummy?
I do think we'll see Vonethil on the Symmetra, especially here early on. I think that is the most likely thing. Dummy is all over the place. I mean, he's played a lot of different heroes. I could see him going on Roadhog. We've seen Roadhog played a little bit more frequently on Dorado. I could see him just going more standard on Junkrat, and looking at the team comps right now, it looks like that is in fact going to be the case. And Junkrat on Dorado, I mean, we've seen him used here really for a long time, even before One Hero Limit. Oh. Even in the era of Double McCree, we still saw a lot of Junkrat here, so not too surprising to see that go on. Pretty standard coming out here from the side of Team Liquid. I'd expect to hang the switch from Lucio to Mercy, though, before all is said and done.
I think that's the right call to make. I mean, Dummy's been playing Junkrat quite well today, and Symmetra we've seen be very useful because the amount of places you can put the teleporter here, and even though you can flank over the right side, it's still hard to find it and get to it and kill it. So I think that's probably the better move than the Roadhog that they ran previously. So I'm actually I'm liking the defensive lineup coming out of.
No, I mean, this defensive lineup is probably the most static lineup we've seen since the One Hero Limit has been implemented. This has really been sort of routine, but it is effective. We see a lot of Junkrat, a lot of Symmetra, and Widowmaker to back it up. But taking a look here at the offense, I do like what we're seeing from the side of Nubris. We're going to have Cool Matt on the McCree, Buds on the Widowmaker, ID on Genji, Kusta on the Mercy, Minstrel on Lucio, and Stoop on Reinhardt. And ID, I like the Genji pick here. I wish teams would run Genji more in this One Hero Limit meta.
We've seen Seagull run Genji on offense quite a lot on Dorado anyway. Yeah. I think it's become even more powerful now that we are in One Hero Limit.
No, I mean, Genji, Seagull, his Genji play on this map in particular has been a joy to watch, really going all the way back to the beginning of Overwatch comp, or at least since Genji's been out of the game. And let's take, speaking of Genji, we're going to take a look at ID right now. ID on a venture to the back. He did kill that Venomine, so Widow does have an alert that he's coming. The rest of his team pushing through the front, but we're going to watch ID here. ID moving in as Buds takes out Zombs. It's one quick kill, and now ID, the doors are open for him here. He can move forward and really be aggressive as his team moves in from the front.
Yeah, he doesn't even have to get killed. He's diverting all of the attention for Liquid to behind, and that's allowing Nubris to push the card up. So even ID being behind is what's going to be problems for Liquid.
AZK, though, able to take out Kusta. That is a gigantic pick. That means that there will not be a res for this offense. An offense that otherwise was making really good, solid progress. Matt will retaliate, takes out Dummy. And here comes Buds. Buds versus Zombs in a big Widow v Widow duel. Zombs does get away despite getting headshot. He had just enough HP. Bud's going to take out Vonethil. Bud's pretty solid here thus far. He's been getting pick after pick. As meanwhile, ID still being a distraction in the back. But here it is. Junkrat Tire is on the way from Dummy. Does not quite connect as Cool Matt going to take it out.
And Zom's actually going to take out ID. So ID, as good as he wanted that Genji play to be, was not really able to get anything done.
There's Snoop coming in with the Earth Shot. I'm not sure he got enough with that to justify it. We do have the Resurrection, though, coming out from the offense. Kusta gonna pop it. The offense now with a bit of advantage, but look at the hang. Gonna use a res of his own, bringing up the Fallen Heroes. Both teams still very evenly matched on top of the payload right now. And AZK being relentless, going after ID. ID has to deflect and run for his life.
Now Teleporter is up, and that's a big deal for Liquid to be able to reinforce more. We'll just have to see if ID is going to be able to try to find it. Look where the teleporter is placed there. There is no way ID is going to find that.
No, the teleporter is definitely in a good spot. I'll show it to you guys in just a second specifically, but AZK right now on top behind the Reinhardt, and I feel like the defense for Liquid has really solidified a bit, especially now that the teleporter is set up in play. ID is not going to get to it anytime soon.
He
is looking for it. He's on his own adventure, but he's not going to find it as Zombs takes him out in the back. This is now a 6v5. in favor of Team Liquid, and I feel like Nubris feels a little bit lost here on this payload point.
Now ID does have sword, so they're probably huge kill.
A double kill. Tyre catches both Kusta and Buds out. Yeah, I'm not really sure what's going on Nubris right now. They started out pretty strong. They had a good look, and now things are a little bit rougher for them, I gotta say.
And they use now Minstrel's gonna die. They're gonna have to wait again for him to come back. More than likely, they're gonna go Buds wall hack into Minstrel sound barrier into ID sword, and they're gonna try to kill the whole team. That's my guess is the plan. There's the wall hack.
Buds popping the recon site. They're gonna try and get something big down here. Looking at ID in the back, still looking for the teleport. The teleport is way out of the way. Doesn't know where it is.
He's not gonna find it.
He's getting close though. He's getting warm. Okay, he's found it. The teleporter is going to get out.
He finds it. Here we go. And that's huge. And then 2 kills.
Meanwhile, looking at the offense now starting to make their approach. AZK having to back up a bit. As Minstrel and ID going off. AZK, one of the last remaining defenders here. He's getting swarmed by all ends. Gonna get deflected down. Buds with the kill in the back of the head. And now the offense really getting good position. As you mentioned, the teleporter is down. They're not gonna have that to crutch on. Maybe they'll get back in time. I think they will have a brief moment to get on. The Lucio speed boost doing a lot of work. Mezra coming back into the fight. Team Liquid not out of this yet. Earthshatter comes down, knocks down Minstrel, but he's not able to connect. Minstrel going to stay alive in the end here. Bud's now gonna pop the recon site. Has a Winston in his face. Has to deal with it or at least grapple away. Fighting Winston in a big fight here. Gonna get some support here from Cool Matt. Should
still
free
alive.
him from the
AZK
Winston.
takes down Cool Matt.
No, Liquid is still fighting here. It's getting into a little bit of mess. The fight is taking place everywhere, but he's going to take out Kusta in the end. Deadeye on the way out. This is bad for Nubris right now.
Yeah,
That's going to take down Stoop Shield. Stoop has to run for his life. And Team Liquid might have brought this back.
Nubris did such a good job of eliminating Dehang twice from the fight, and now he comes back, he's able to get res, and ID uses Blade, he gets killed, and there's not much that they can do. Liquid forces res, Nubris forces res, and this is the last chance for Nubris.
This is the absolute last chance. AZK, though, hanging in there. Got the double kill so far. Let's take a look at Matt, though. Matt has been the hero a lot of times in situations like this. Lucio coming at the huge sound barrier here, jumping from a huge height, dropping the beat with style, as Liquid now, fueled by that sound barrier, can be way more aggressive. They're moving forward. They're getting on top, juggling Buds away from the payload, and Team Liquid has done it. That is a full hold, and they're in a great position now to win the series and move on the fight Envious.
I was convinced that Nubris, after ID found the teleporter, then used Sword, kills Widow, kills Mercy, which we'll probably see right now, that they for sure were going to get the checkpoint. And they weren't able to, and, you know, that's a little bit of a mistake out of Nubris. For me, it's because they didn't push the cart far enough initially that they allowed Liquid to have another opportunity to reset up on D. Even after they killed Dehang again in the second team fight, they were still able to last long enough that Dehang got back the third time. And if you give Mercy too many chances to keep coming back, there's just no way you're going to win team fights.
Alrighty, so we are switching rounds here. Team Liquid absolutely in the driver's seat. Their destiny is in their own hands here. All they have to do is capture that first point, which will mean they will have a stronger performance here on Dorado than Nubris did, which will mean that they will defeat Nubris and move on to the grand finals. But I'm going to say this, even if Nubris goes down here, I feel like Nubris has had a good day today overall. I mean, a little bit disappointing what's been going on this series if you are fans of Nubris, but Team Liquid is definitely up their level of play. And more than that, you look back at Nubris' series versus Envy, sure they might have lost, but there's not a lot to feel bad about there. They had some great moments. Minstrel charging onto the payload at the last moment might go down in history as one of the more entertaining moments in Overwatch. So, you know, for Nubris as a new team that's working together, this is still a pretty good showing.
Though, to be completely honest, Nubris was the favored team to me in this match. They were leading 1-0, and they were 1 round and 15% away from going to the finals. If I'm Nubris, I'm actually super unhappy with how
I mean, you don't, to be that close to winning and have it ripped away is terrible, but so I do think you have to give credit where credit is due, and Team Liquid definitely is up their level of play here in the last part.
I feel a little bit of deja vu from our games when we saw Cloud9 go up against Luminosity. Okay, Liquid, all you gotta do is get the first checkpoint. Put Dummy on Genji. Put Mez or Dummy on Zarya and get a combo. Do one of the other. Please, please don't let me down. All you gotta do is get 6 ults at one time and make one push to get the checkpoint.
So what he's referring to, there was a match, I think it was the Alienware Monthly Melee, the first one way back in the day, where LG really had a big advantage over C9. They had them in a similar position to here, and they weren't able to finish it out, and C9 ended up winning. But it was a case where LG was outplaying C9 for most of the day, and they just weren't able to convert. And we'll see if Liquid is able to convert here and put Hubris away. The offense is moving forward. It's going to be Zoms here on the Widowmaker, to hang on Mercy, Mesrar on the Reinhardt, AZK on McCree, Dummy on the Winston, and Bonifil on the Lucio. And I don't think Team Liquid wants to waste any time at all as they move forward here.
Huge pickoff from Zoms. 6 on 5 is the opportunity they need. Dummy jumps in.
Yeah, ID is down, and taking out the Junkrat early on with how much he does here on this point is huge. Matt, though, able to fight back a little bit, takes out Dummy. Who is going to win this duel between Zoms and Buds? Gonna find out in a second. Soup overcharging in, ends up going down. Kusa, though, does get the res up for the defense. But overall, Team Liquid with a lot more momentum here. They just dropped the teleport in the middle of nowhere. I'm a little confused with that. The teleport was just immediately going to go down.
I think that they thought that they were going to lose the points. They had to drop the teleporter just to save it. But they were able to win the team fight. So a little bit of a blown call there coming out of Nubris. They could have held on the teleporter earlier or put it in the safe location. Now Minstrel has to regain control of ult charge. But I'd say a pretty decent start from Nubris overall.
Yeah, it was looking really grim in the beginning. I think Team Liquid had a lot of momentum to start with, but it just sort of petered out. The resurrection from Kusta was really the difference maker there. He had a huge res that was able to turn that more in the favor of Nubris, and Nubris did not get the same level of or Team Liquid did not get the same level of res and turnabout for themselves. But here we go, checking out AZK right now, moving in with the Reinhardt. Deadeye will be on the menu, but no, he is not able to flashbang over the top. That means Reinhardt is going to live another day here. And AZK, in fact, getting taken out by that Symmetra Orb. Not the greatest start. And let's take a look at Nubris. Nubris can be way more aggressive on this, but they have to be careful. The Sound Barrier comes out from Team Liquid. Team Liquid throwing everything all in on this point. Dummy able to take out ID in the back. Very bloody here between both teams. They're both getting knocked about as Mesrar comes in with the Earth Shatter. Will take out Cool Matt. And Team Liquid coming out a bit ahead.
Here we go. This is a chance for them to win the game. Just Zoms left on the statue. He's delaying as much as possible. Mesrar pushing the cart with AZK. Stoop is now the only one left. Dehang is there, but he's getting chased around. They're pushing the cart.
There's AZK able to take out Stoop again. Team Liquid is almost there. They've almost completed the comeback. The res, though, is up for Nubris. Stoop drops the Earth Shatter, mostly nullified by the Reinhardt shield. AZK still going in, being relentless. And this is now panic time here for Nubris. They're on the verge of elimination. They need to stay on the cart. Team Liquid is swarming all about. Bud's one of the last people remaining. ID on top of the point, looking for Herlix. He's going to go down. And there it is. It is GG. Fans of Team Liquid rejoice. They have made it into the grand finals, making the comeback, getting revenge against Nubris. And give it up to Team Liquid, and now they're going to have a shot to dethrone Envy in just a moment as we roll right into our grand finals.
Yeah, fantastic comeback from Liquid in this series. They were only 15% away from being eliminated from the tournament. They make a great decision in the hero switching in the middle of King of the Hill. They continue that into the third round with the same comp, and they played really, really well on defense here in Dorado to give them the opportunity of just getting first checkpoint and winning. Liquid in the finals against Envy. Liquid will now get their shot at the current top team in this tournament.
Yeah, no, give it up to Liquid. That was a great comeback. Nubris, unfortunate for them. They were fighting the entire time, but they will go down. Still a decent showing. They'll take third here in our North American Weekly. But Slasher, the main event is upon us. It is going to be Team Liquid, our 8th seeded team in the Gosu rankings, versus Envious, our number 2 seeded team. And Liquid now has a real shot to make an impression on everyone. If Liquid were able to pull it together, take maps off Envy, or beat Envy, that would be absolutely huge for them right now.